It's Garrick, and I'm here today to talk to you about the new Javier Chelsea boots by Nisolo. These are actually my first pair of Chelsea boots ever, so I'm really excited to try them out, try them with some different outfits, and see how they look. We're going to cover three things in this video. First, a quick product review of the Javier Chelsea boots by Nisolo. Second, we're going to talk about the sustainability of the Javier Chelsea boots by Nisolo, as well as the sustainability of Nisolo as a brand. And finally, I'm going to show you guys multiple different ways to wear the Javier Chelsea boots and how to dress them up and down. So first, let's talk about these Chelsea boots. So the Javier Chelsea boot is a brand new style released by Nisolo. And what are my initial thoughts? Well, I haven't worn these a bunch yet as I just received them, but my initial thoughts are that they're easy to put on, they're comfortable, they're extremely high quality, and I love the way that they look. So my initial impressions are pretty good. Now second, I promised you guys we were going to talk about the sustainability of the Javier Chelsea boots, so let's get right into it. So first off, let's talk about the sustainability of Nisolo. And while we're on that note, I want to say that Nisolo did send me these boots to review. I am giving you my honest review of them, but I did not pay for them. These were gifted to me by Nisolo in order to review them. Now on that note, I want to point out that we don't usually accept gifts or products from any brand. We only work with brands that first pass our sustainable brand criteria. So Nisolo is an Eco-Stylist approved brand, and you can learn more about this with the link in the description. So on that note, let's talk about Nisolo. So when it comes to wages, Nisolo is pretty great. Nisolo is committed to paying living wages, and there's a variety of ways in which they address this. So first of all of their shoes are made in Peru and Mexico, and something really cool that Nisolo does is they publish their lowest wage, and they've started the lowest wage challenge as a part of this. Now this is really exciting because it's a leadership position. If you think about it, publishing the lowest wage in your supply chain makes you pretty vulnerable because that shows you and the world where your weakest point is. It also gives you an opportunity to then address that to ensure that you're working your way towards living wages across your supply chain. Now what else makes Nisolo sustainable? Nisolo is a certified B corporation. In addition to this, they also work on carbon offsets through a partnership with Ecosphere, and essentially what they're doing there is in order to offset their carbon emissions, they are protecting areas of rainforest in the Amazon. The Amazon is often referred to as the world's lungs, so protecting it is extremely important and a great way for an organization to offset their carbon. And while we're talking about sustainability, let's talk about Nisolo's packaging. So Nisolo sent me these shoes, first of all, in a cardboard box that wasn't recycled, but was recyclable. And then within that cardboard box was simply the shoe box, which the shoe box is both recycled content and recyclable. Something else really cool is that none of Nisolo's packaging had any plastic, so that was a big plus. In lieu of plastic, each of the shoes came in these nice cotton bags that are reusable. You could use these for groceries, shopping, to store things, etc. So this is pretty cool, definitely cuts away with plastic. Now I do want to say one thing about this, and that this is not necessarily good. These cotton bags are actually pretty resource intensive when you compare them to the resources needed for, say, the plastic that might be in the packaging. So while they're getting away from plastic, these bags are pretty resource intensive. So it doesn't mean they're bad, but it does mean that this is contingent on whether or not you use them. If you're throwing these away, that's a big negative for the environment. Now, no brand is perfectly sustainable, right? There's pros and cons to every brand, and every brand has opportunities for improvement. One area of improvement for Nisolo is their materials. Almost all of their shoes are made from leather. Now, we could debate the impact of leather and talk about how it's a byproduct of the meat industry, etc. There's no getting around the fact that regardless, beef and leather production has a big environmental footprint. So that's definitely one area where Nisolo could improve. Now, some of the things that Nisolo does on that front to be more sustainable is, for example, vegetable tanning their leather, which is a lot better than some of the really chemical-intensive alternatives that brands using leather often resort to. So that pretty much summarizes the sustainability of Nisolo. Essentially, they are doing some things that are good for the planet. They have some more work to do on that front, but they're doing some really cool things as initial first steps. And then on the human side, they're doing a great job by being transparent, sharing a lot of information, committed to paying living wages, and publishing their lowest wages. So let's get to the third point, which is how to wear the Javier Chelsea boots by Nisolo. And let's be honest, this is probably why all you guys came here to see the video in the first place. So for our first outfit here, I went what I would say pretty casual. Obviously, jeans are going to be great with Chelsea boots. Always a great option. And then I just have a short sleeve button-up shirt here. So this outfit is great for like spring, summer. Definitely something you know, nicer than a t-shirt, but still keeping it pretty casual. Now, one note, guys, if you're interested in the Javier Chelsea boots by Nisolo, I'm going to have a link to these, of course, in the description. Also, if you're interested in anything else I'm wearing in the video, I'll have links to those in the description as well, as everything that I'm going to be wearing today is from our sustainable brand partners. These jeans, for example, are the SEA Jeans by Outerknown. The only thing I won't have a link to is this shirt, because this shirt I actually thrifted, but everything else, I'll tell you where it's from, and I'll provide a link for that in the description. With that said, let's get to the next look. Alright, so here I've dressed it up with a button-up shirt, the Vertigo from Vustra. This is something you might wear for business casual for work if jeans are appropriate for that dress code, or you might wear this on a date, for example. And just to show you guys that you can dress this up even more, I'm going to throw on a blazer. So there you have it. Here I've got the Ambassador blazer by Outerknown, and you can see that I've elevated this look just a bit more. If you wanted to take these Chelsea boots up another level, you could definitely wear chinos instead of jeans, and definitely ensure that you meet that business casual vibe and dress code. Now let's go with something a bit more casual. So here we've gone with a more comfortable, casual look that's still going to look nice because I've skipped the graphic tee and instead just gone with a solid tee. So what I'm wearing here is the long sleeve black tee by Organic Basics. So this is a nice casual look that you can feel confident in. It's great for running errands, going to the grocery store, going to the coffee shop, and even working from home. So with that said, let's explore some more casual looks. So here we've gone with a more elevated, smart casual kind of look. And what we've done here is we have the Jack shirt by Taylor Stitch and the Camp pants by Taylor Stitch, which are a hemp blend pant. Black and green goes great together, so these olive camp pants go really well with these black Chelsea boots. And with that, on to the next look. Alright, so here I've got another casual look for you guys. I've got the corduroy pants by United by Blue and Eco-Stylist own Dress Like You Give a Damn tee. We're really excited about these new tees. They're made with organic cotton, they're made in an SA 8000 certified ethical factory, and they're also made to be upcycled. So there's a tag on the inside of the shirt, and when you're done with it or it's worn out, you can scan the tag and send the tee back to be upcycled to keep it out of the trash. If you want to rock our slogan and buy one of these shirts, we'd love your support. There's a link to that as well in the description. And if you guys haven't already, please hit subscribe to see more video content like this. We're going to have a lot more product reviews as well as other types of content coming in the near future. So we hope you guys will stick around and check out our videos. So that summarizes our review of the Javier Chelsea boots by Nisolo. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have questions about how to wear Chelsea boots, hit us with those in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, dress like you give a damn.